Now, where Erica went wrong is she made it racial. She threw a racial slur at Spice. And I think what made it even worse is that she started making monkey noises at Spice. You are still responsible for how you respond. And if you take it too far, you take it too far. But calling someone a bad parent and calling someone a racial slur, it's just not neck and neck here. And listen, that's something that has to be deeply rooted in you. And so even if Erica feels bad for saying it, it's like what was in you, and how do you feel, how do you view black people that you felt like you could say that? It's Brie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back in another video, and I am here to attempt to unpack this whole situation between Erica Mena and Spice. And as you guys know with me in this channel, or if you don't know, you're about to find out, that my approach with all these situations, right, is to look at things at both sides. I never like to look at any situation from just one side or go into it with one extreme. I feel like that's a really popular thing nowadays, especially online, when people are discussing things, that no one likes to look at things from both sides. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do in this video. So in a recent episode of Love and Hip Hop, which mind you, because people were saying like, oh, why y'all still watching Love and Hip Hop? Honestly, with all these reality TV shows, a lot of people aren't checking for them for real. A lot of us are just watching the clips that surface online. That's how I found out about it. I didn't even watch the full episode. I just saw the clip of that entire scene, and so that's what most people are speaking on. But there was a scene that had aired on Love and Hip Hop where Spice and Erica Mena had gotten to it, where essentially Erica got upset that her now ex-husband Safari showed more compassion for Spice when she was in the hospital as opposed to when Erica Mena was in the hospital giving birth to their children, which that is a fair thing to be upset about. Now, do I think she should have taken that out on Spice? No. And as Spice said, she had nothing to do with that. And again, as a woman, right, like you can empathize with her feeling that way and feeling some type of way about that, but that anger should have been geared towards Safari for that and not Spice. At the end of the day, Spice can't help that Safari cared for her when she was in the hospital. Like, she has nothing to do with the fact that Safari didn't show that same compassion for Erica. It's messed up, and Erica has every right to feel some kind of way about it, but to take it out on Spice, I didn't necessarily agree with that. But then things got more intense when Spice, you know, they got into it, right? They started going back and forth. Spice then mentioned Erica's son, right? She said, because there was something said about, oh, Spice told Erica, like, oh, you act like you're the only person that got left by a man and had to get divorced. I've been doing that for several years. And Spice essentially said, like, oh, your son hates you. Talking about Erica. She said that Erica's son hates her. And so, of course, when you bring up someone's kid, it triggers people. And honestly, maybe it's because I'm not a parent, I just feel like when you bring up someone's parenting, I don't think that equivalates to talking about the child. Like when people say, oh, don't bring up my kid, why are you talking about my kid? I feel like if you're attacking someone's parenting, I feel like that attack is more so on you and not your child. Like she didn't say anything specifically about the child. She just said like, oh, your child hates you, insinuating that Erica hasn't been a fit mother towards her son, which Erica has admitted to. Actually, I think she has spoken about how her and her oldest son, I believe, don't have a good relationship, right? She's spoken about that, but it was a low blow regardless. You know, she did bring up her child to some degree, and that triggered Erica, right? Now, where Erica went wrong is she made it racial, right? She threw a racial slur at Spice. Now, some people are saying because Erica said blue monkey instead of black monkey that it makes it less racial. It does not. And I'm gonna be honest, I've seen people in the comments, and a lot of people in the comments were saying that, you know, she probably wanted to say black monkey, but then once she realized she was on national television, she tried to put blue in front of it to soften the blow. But at the end of the day, she still called her a monkey. And I think what made it even worse is that she started making monkey noises at Spice. I definitely think there was a racial component to her insult, and I think that's when things crossed the line. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and say that Erica had no reason to be upset because she did, but I think that she still could have cut Spice deep and insulted her without the monkey noises and without calling her a monkey. I think that's when she went too far. And now, because she did that, people are calling for her to be removed from Love and Hip Hop. Now, do I think Erica Mena should be removed from Love and Hip Hop for that? I do think she went too far with that. Like I said, and it's a slippery slope, right? Because what I always say on this channel, right, is that you cannot intentionally try to hurt or get somebody upset and tell them how to respond. I stand strong on that statement. You cannot attack somebody or intentionally say something that you know is going to piss somebody off and then tell them how to respond. And I stand on that. However, you are still responsible for how you respond. And if you take it too far, you take it too far. And I think with this situation, Erica took it too far. And I really think that not only with her calling Spice a known racial slur that has been known to even get other brands canceled. I mean, look at H&M, right? When H&M had that whole campaign, they had the black boy in the hoodie that said coolest monkey in the jungle or something like that. They almost got cleaned up for that. And so it's like, at this point, at your age, in this day and time, you should know that calling a black person, especially calling a dark-skinned black person, or, I know Spice is Jamaican. I'm just black, African, like, Jamaican, like, I think y'all understand what I'm trying to say here. You cannot call a dark-skinned person a monkey without it coming across as racial. And I think Erica is grown enough and has enough life experience to know that. And there's also now other things coming out about Erica Mena doing this to other people of color and other black people. And so I do think that there should be consequences for your actions. Like I said, Spice was also wrong for what she said, but I don't think what Spice said warrants her to get kicked off the show. I mean, yeah, it's below the belt to call someone a bad parent, but calling someone a bad parent and calling someone a racial slur, it's just not neck and neck here. And listen, I get it. I get the argument that Spice threw the first blow, and because Spice went low, Erica went lower. And I've also seen comments about the fact that Erica Mena is a Scorpio woman, and as Scorpios, we tend to dig deep with our insults. And with me also being a Scorpio, I get that as well. Because I mean, I've never ever said anything racial, homophobic, or anything like that to anybody. However, I have gotten pissed off at some people for what they've said to me. And it's funny because even with jokes, right, people be joking on me all the time. Soon as I say a joke back, people get offended. And it's just like, you shouldn't don't start nothing if you can't handle the comeback. And people don't, I feel like people don't expect me to be quick with my words like that. But yeah, it's like, if you come from me, I'm gonna come from you 10 times harder. And you can't get upset because my insult hit harder than your insult, because you should have never came from me first. And so trust me, as a fellow Scorpio woman, I get it. However, she took it too far when she called Spice a monkey. Now, should she get fired for that? I wouldn't be upset if she got fired for that. I am someone that usually likes to extend grace to people and allow people to change their ways if they show genuine remorse. However, Erica, this is not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time she has done something horrible on this franchise, said something horrible on this franchise, and I feel like she keeps being given multiple chances, but then with every chance that she gets, she just continues to do people wrong, say horrible things, and it's just not a good look. And it doesn't seem like she's learning at all. Like, it seems like she's still continuing to make some of the same mistakes she made when she was younger and when she was first on the show. And I just feel like there has to be some type of repercussion at this point, because they keep bringing her back on. Even after she shaded the show, when she was with Bow Wow that one time, she made it seem like she was above the show, and then she came back. I'm surprised they allowed her to come back after she made it seem like she was, too high and mighty to come back. And so I just think at this point, we've given Erica Mena so many chances to grow and evolve, and she hasn't done that. And so I think it might be best if she takes a season or two off. Maybe just for the sake of her mental health at this point. Like, she just doesn't need to be be on Love and Hip Hop. She needs to take time for herself and her children. You know, she's going through or just went through a divorce with Safari, and we all kind of saw how that took a toll on her mentally and physically. I mean, we kind of saw she was going through it with that, and so I think she needs a break. She needs to take a step back and step away and really focus on herself. I think that's the only way that she can grow and evolve, is to take a break from this franchise, because let's be honest, Love and Hip Hop is not a place for healing and growth. It's not. And so I think that if she has any chance at redeeming her image and just becoming a better person overall, I think she needs to take a step back from Love and Hip Hop. And I'm very curious to see how they are going to handle the situation, because as we know, Love and Hip Hop isn't on VH1 anymore. I believe they're on another network. I don't want to say BET. I'm not sure, but I know they switch networks. And so depending on how all this goes, I'm curious to see how they handle it and what the next steps are going to be moving forward. I wonder if Erica's going to come out with a statement at all, because she hasn't said anything yet. And I'm curious to see if she has any remorse for what she said. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I understand both sides. I understand the hurt on both ends. You know, you don't bring someone else's kid into it, but you also don't call somebody a racial slur. And again, that's something that has to be deeply rooted in you. And so even if Erica feels bad for saying it, it's like, what was in you, and how do you feel? How do you view black people that you felt like you could say that to somebody like that? That's deeply rooted. That's deeply rooted in you to have said something like that towards her. And so yeah, I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen. The fact that the whole internet is calling for Erica Mena to be removed, not even just for this, but even for some of her past actions. Yeah, I'm curious to see if she remains on this franchise, because I can imagine a lot of people boycotting Love and Hip Hop, because people already are over it. People are over reality TV at this point. And so I feel like it's not going to take much for people to say, oh, you want to bring Erica Mena back? We're not going to support anymore. We're not going to watch. And so yeah, I don't know. I do think Erica was dead wrong for how she went about it. Like I said, she could have cut Spice deep without bringing the racial element into it. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you believe that Erica Mena should be fired from Love and Hip Hop for her actions? Do you believe that she is racist and that came from a racist place? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Oh, and also let me know if you think that it was fair game because Spice threw the first insult, because that's another argument. People are saying like, well, Spice started it first, and it's like, again, you can't tell someone how deep to go when you cut deep. But like I said, I just don't think it's the same thing. But again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next video.